All right, good evening. Welcome to my end of the week recap here for Apple and plan ahead for next week. Now I'm starting here with the time frame I have my plan on. Wednesday, first of all, I was looking for a breakdown below this 171 area. Looked like price was going to break below the 50 SMA and come down and test either the 8 or the 21. So that did not work. The secondary plan to that was a resistance trade based off of the VWAP. Once price action broke above it on the open, held above, I avoided that plan and just kind of sat on my hands, took no trades. As you can see here, Apple put it in a nice tight consolidation range pattern, and on Friday provided a nice gap. Now this was the note that I had put on here for Friday morning. Just luckily, as it turns out, price action gapped above and provided a nice opportunity to take a trade here. Now onto the actual trades I did take here for Friday. Did not work out. I got in here once it held this 173.50 area for the March 2nd 175 calls at 159 and trailed me out here on the exact low of this move between 132 and 137. It's very frustrating when that happens. In hindsight, I could have taken basically a revenge trade and looked for a move much higher, but patience prevailed and just sat and waited. Now overall this was a very nice move, had a good push up, consolidation into a little bit of a wedge, broke above VWAP, held above VWAP here, and chopped around until it finally made a move towards the end of the day. So good opportunities there. If you captured some of those moves, congratulations. I did take one more position for a swing play towards the end of the day. I got into the 16 March 180 calls here at 133 once price action broke above this intermediate trend line right here. Looks like a temporary resistance level for a much bigger move higher. Go to a little bit of a higher time frame here and look at what I'm ultimately planning. Now, I will be managing this position uh, more actively than looking to enter into any new plays. But if price action does roll back down here, we'll look for support entry right here at this trend break in some 175 calls. If it tests this level down here, I'll be looking for some 172.5 calls. If for some reason price action breaks through these levels, stops will be triggered. May have some support right here at this gap, but most likely it will be all the way down here to the next important levels of the 50 SMA and 8 EMAs, which are going to be crossing over here in the daily time frame. So if price action pulls back down, just time to be patient, wait and see what happens at lower levels. Now the daily time frame at least implies that there was decent participation in this move today. You can see the volume in relation to the past couple of days is at least on par with what's been going on. A good spike in volume on this dip. Finally pushed back up into a consolidation range. Now I do have a flag drawn on here, excuse me, for the daily time frame with a measured move up to about 180. If you're wondering why I did not include the low of this peak, or excuse me, this trough down here at 150, I'll go here to, excuse me, the weekly time frame. You can see the indecision candle and the buying actually initiated off of this 50 SMA on the weekly time frame. So that is why I'm starting my flagpole from that level. Looking for a measure move up here off the 50-day simple moving average all the way up to around 188, 189 area, which coincidentally runs right along where the old flag pattern I had drawn on my chart was before it did break down. So looks like price action may cooperate and give me that price target eventually. This will be my trade plan for Monday and Tuesday going into next week, possibly holding for at least a week or so. Have a good weekend. If you have any questions, leave them below. Good luck.